You might be wondering whether the Law Commission of India is just a panel of lawyers or a body that actually shapes laws for your UPSC answers, and whether its reports carry legal force. By the end of this video, you will be completely clear about what the Law Commission is, how it works, and why it matters for the exam. We will keep things simple and visual, building the idea step by step so the concepts stick. To start, think of the Law Commission as the government's in-house legal think tank that advises on law reform. It is a non-statutory advisory body set up by the central government for a fixed term to recommend legislative measures to consolidate and codify laws. Important point: its recommendations are persuasive, not binding, which is crucial for answering UPSC mains or interview questions correctly. A quick historical snapshot helps. Under the British in the 19th century, 4 law commissions laid the groundwork for many core laws we study today. Those pre-independence commissions contributed to the Indian Penal Code, Criminal Procedure Code, Civil Procedure Code, Evidence Act, Contract Act, and Transfer of Property Act. After independence, India needed a body to update outdated laws and align them with the Constitution. So the first Law Commission of Independent India was set up in 1955. Since 1955, 21 law commissions have been constituted on 3-year terms, each with specific terms of reference. Remember this for exams. The commission is periodically appointed and is non-statutory, unlike some permanent bodies you'll read about. Now let's look at composition in a simple picture. It varies, but usually there is a chairman, full-time members, a member secretary, and part-time members. Chairmen and full-time members can be serving or retired judges, jurists, legal experts, or law professors, while the member secretary often comes from the Indian Legal Service. Part-time members are drawn from eminent lawyers, scholars, or specialists in particular branches of law, bringing practical and academic insight. Think of it like a small expert task force that mixes judicial experience, academic research, and administrative support. What does the commission actually do? Its functions are practical and wide-ranging. It identifies laws that are obsolete and recommends repeal, studies existing laws against the directive principles, and suggests legislative reforms to meet constitutional goals. It also advises the government on judicial administration issues, proposes measures to reduce litigation delays, and suggests simplification of central acts. The Commission prepares working papers, circulates them for public feedback, and then finalizes reports that are sent to the Ministry of Law and Justice. A useful statistic to remember for UPSC. To date, the Commission has submitted 277 reports on diverse legal subjects, showing its sustained role in law reform. Let's walk through the working process visually. A topic is taken up in meetings, priorities are set, research is assigned, and a working paper outlines the problem and proposed reforms. That paper is open for public responses and stakeholder comments, which are then evaluated and incorporated into the final report. The final report is scrutinized in depth by the full commission before being forwarded to the government and periodically tabled in Parliament. Why should you care as a UPSC aspirant? Because questions often probe the nature, powers, and limitations of bodies like the Law Commission. This topic is very important for your exams, both for the polity section and for essay or ethics questions where law reform examples strengthen answers. A common exam trap is to call the Commission a statutory or judicial body. Be precise. It is non-statutory and advisory. Another practical tip: when asked about implementation, point out that recommendations require government action to become law, so they are not self-executing. Use examples. Cite a major report or a recent Law Commission recommendation to show depth in mains answers or interviews. The Commission also aids poor people by suggesting ways to use the legal process in their service, which connects to welfare and constitutional goals. Towards the end, we will understand a key idea that most UPSC aspirants miss: how the Commission's non-binding nature actually shapes lawmaking dynamics. To unpack that idea, a Commission's strong recommendation can influence policy, but political will and administrative feasibility determine adoption. So for answers, balance legal merit with practical implementation prospects and mention consultation with administrative ministries and parliament. Also remember the distinction between report submission and enactment. The former is an input. The latter requires legislative steps. Quick memory hooks. Think advisor, researcher, reformer to recall the Commission's threefold role. Visualize the flow. Topic, working paper, public consultation, final report, government/ministry review, possible legislative action. Before we wrap up, a short recap. The Law Commission is a periodic, non-statutory advisory body that reviews laws, recommends reforms, conducts research, and submits reports to the government. Its recommendations are influential but not binding. It has varied composition with legal experts and judges, and it has produced hundreds of reports since 1955. Keep this structure and the implementation caveat in mind when answering UPSC questions to add clarity and nuance. If you want more, EduRev has concise notes and exam-focused tests on the Law Commission with sample questions and model answers. Keep revising these links between law reform processes and constitutional principles, and practice framing short, precise points for mains answers. You're doing well by drilling institutions like this. They reward clarity in the exam and in real-world understanding. Good luck and continue learning with EduRev for targeted practice and classroom-style explanations that make these concepts exam-ready.